No, he thinks I'm in on it. He thinks Salah and I are in on something with Naturd, when really behind the scenes, I'm still recovering from crap from being with this guy. I should be in therapy. I know that. I'm kind of being avoidant. Like, I honestly, like, I can't even have my husband go to touch my face. Anytime he brings his hand to my face, I flinch because of this jerk. Thanks for the public kiss.
How are we doing, babe? How are we doing, babe? Cute.
Got a hair in my cheeks. Oh, look at that.
No, it's so soft.
Oh, chubby.
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 I get my cat like that. Oh, I pet my cat like that.
I can't even have my husband go to touch my face. Anytime he brings his hand to my face, I flinch because of this jerk.
Ryan,
I've got a clean towel. I've got a little towel that I'm going to use.
oh, woman beater.
Go on, what?
Bloody hurt.
Did it, sorry?
I was going to ask if you want your washing on, but I might shrink him instead. I might shrink them.
Big brother, that hurt. Can you call me to the diary room, please?
This is Big Brother. Would Roxanne come to the diary room?
I'd need to talk to somebody about something that's just happened that's made me feel really uncomfortable.
There was no malice and hurt or anger in anything that I did.
Can't believe you're letting somebody stay that's done that.
Are you alright?
No, I'm not. It wasn't play fighting.
Show me here what he did. Oh! No!
Yes! Yes!
Don't, just do it on me. You don't do that.
This is why women don't say anything, because it's like turned around.
Trust me. I would never, ever, 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 ever do anything like that. But I know what she's doing to me.
He's lying. He's lying.
Don't cry, don't cry, don't cry, don't cry,
He's
don't cry.
lying. He's trying to manipulate them in thinking that I'm making this up. I'm not making it up. And he's tarnishing my reputation by saying this is an act.
Understand it. It's trying to ruin my reputation.
No, listen, Ryan,
You're a really good man.
Dan, it's perhaps worth thinking about why Ryan has not been removed from the house.
Okay, so she's playing up to it.
She said, "I'm scared to be in the room."
Oh my God, man! I can't even, honestly, man. Guys, if this was you, you'd be heartbroken, man.
But nothing. I've done nothing.
You're accusing him of doing, intentionally coming up and punching you in the ribs, is a career-stopping thing for him.
Yeah.
It would ruin him. Do you honestly believe that he done that on purpose?
I think he would be very stupid to do it in a house full of surveillance.
Let's listen.
Dead sheer. Shit.
Listen to me. It's not, don't be silly.
They all know.
So, Roxanne, this whole situation started almost a week ago now. There seems to be a lot of things unanswered, especially from a viewer's point of view. I don't know how much you've watched back.
Watching it feels like a completely different scenario to how it felt at the time.
It seemed like it was blown out of all proportion in your mind.
Yeah.
But even 2 days later, when you reenacted it on Ben, it was totally different. So how can you get something so wrong in your head?
How it felt when he did it, it hurt. I can't prove a feeling. No one can. The more I thought about it, it became heightened, and I just felt, I convinced myself he meant to do that. And when I watched it back, the first thing I did when I got out was watch that. And immediately I realised...
But surely watching something doesn't change the way something felt. So then why suddenly do you have a different perspective on it?
Because,
if it hurt the same
did
way,
hurt.
I'm not doubting that it hurt, as you say, only you know that. But if it hurt, it will always hurt. So why did watching something change it? Because surely it's the same incident.
Because I saw what every single person saw, and I don't blame anyone for thinking, why did she, first of all, make light of it, joke it off, kind of skip off. I'm more shocked at myself than anyone out there is. I need to go away and think about why I use humour when something actually bothered me in my mind.
Did you ever consider broaching the subject with Ryan when it happened?
No.
We've seen you in the house on numerous occasions when there has been subjects that needed to be broached immediately. You've gone and done it.
I
You've
know.
gone up to Hardeep and say, what have you been saying
Yeah.
about me? Why didn't you feel like you should go up to
I know.
Ryan and say, you know, and nip it in the bud?
I know.
Why didn't he get the
And
chance
that's-
that other people had?
That's something I've asked myself in the last couple of days since watching Moments Back. I've questioned that too. And
what answers have you got from that?
I think it was because I didn't think he liked me. And the feeling I had afterwards was almost like I convinced myself that it was done with malice. And it wasn't, and I know it wasn't now.
Did you ever consider the implications that it would have on him? Can you imagine if those cameras hadn't been there? You would have ruined somebody.
I know. I feel devastated. It cripples me with embarrassment and shame that I could have put somebody in that position, seeing the footage of Ryan in the diary room, distressed.
You did see him distressed in the
I know.
house. You have the luxury of time,
I know.
perspective. Some may say research as well. You know, lots of people are not buying your apology. I think, you know, when
I
you take
agree.
all these things into consideration.
I fully agree and understand with every single person's reaction and perception to that. If I'd have been at home watching that, I would have been the same. I almost fell into this.
Did you believe your own story?
Yeah, I did.
That's quite worrying,
I know,
though, Roxanne.
I know. I felt genuinely disturbed by the fact that somebody had invaded
Had
my
done
personal space.
what everybody else
What
has been doing
yeah.
to everybody else in the house.
Yeah. But because Ryan and I didn't have that tactile relationship and he'd done that to me a couple of times, I almost felt like he did that on purpose. Why did he do that? And I was wrong, massively wrong.
That's such
I know.
an understatement.
I know.
though, to be.
I wish I had the words, Emma, to say just how gutted and ashamed. Hindsight's a wonderful thing. I got it wrong. Only I can go away now and work on figuring out why I became that sensitive that I manufactured a different version in my mind.
So what do you do now? How do you feel about yourself?
The fact that I used the terminology like woman beater and I used words like assault and abuse, I
mean,
can't apologise enough.
There was a lot.
I know.
A lot that you said. You repeatedly as well called him a liar to various people and that he was manipulative and calculating. What do you want to say to Ryan? And his family?
I know.
Have you spoken or tried to contact anybody?
No, and I wouldn't impose on them like that.
Do you not think they deserve an apology?
Absolutely, and I gave them that this morning. I want to again. I can't apologise enough for trying to label somebody something they're clearly not. All I can do is apologise and say I got it so wrong.
What have your family said?
They're
When you
gutted.
immediately came out of that house, what did they say about your actions?
They were gutted for me. They were
gutted for you?
They were gutted at the whole situation.
Or in what way?
Well, I only have my mum. She knows how sensitive I am. She knows a lot of things in my past have made me a little bit too fragile, and she just wanted me to come home.
We've had over 10,000 questions come in for you. I don't think we've ever had that many questions come in. Ron Innes has asked, what is your response to other people who you've worked with who've said that you have accused them of violence in the past?
I haven't read any tweets.
There's been
that
a
come
couple of
off.
people who have said they have had similar, if not the same, incidents with you over the years. They have all kind of commented on being a compulsive liar, that karma comes back. What do you say to that?
It's devastating. No one wants to hear that, not from anyone, let alone people you've worked with.
Does it make you want to look at yourself even more? Or does it question why they say those things about you? Or is it just quite easy to go,
Nobody could say anything to me that I've not already said to myself. Friends, ex-management, it's horrible.
That's a lot.
It's massive.
That's a lot of grudges
I know.
to be holding.
I'm the most hated girl in Britain right now. It's a lot. It's a lot to deal with. It's a lot to...
Do you think you deserve that title, if that's the title you're giving yourself?
It's the title I feel everyone's giving me at the moment, and all I can do is own it, accept it and apologise and try and take each day now bettering all of those things that I'm realising.
What are you going to do? What do you do now? How do you put it right?
Like everybody that makes a mistake, I just try.
Ryan will be sat here. What do you want to say to him and his family? It's very easy to say sorry.
Yeah.
But to really mean it,
I mean it.
Is a very different thing.
That's why I'm here. I saw a situation that was innocent and misjudged, and that was because of me. That was because of my sensitivity, fragility, overreaction, whatever you want to call it. I'm all of those things. And I used to think they were just character traits, but they're character flaws, and that's what I need to go away and sort out. And for Ryan and his family and his friends and his colleagues and everybody that I've affected by such an enormous reaction that could have been devastating for him.
You could have ruined him.
I know. All I can say is I'm devastated and I'm sorry.
It's a huge lesson for you to learn and to deal with going forward. Do you think in time you can have a career again?
I am scared about the future, but to be honest, Emma, I need to just think about today. And today was important to me to come here and not just talk to you, but to talk to every single person that's been following the show, that's supporting me, that's supporting Ryan, that's involved in this. I need to say I got it wrong, and I'm human, and I made a massive, massive, horrible mistake.
Could you forgive you?
I would want to.
Thanks, everybody. Please make some noise for your winner. It's Ryan! How does all of this feel?
I have no words whatsoever. You know, I don't know what to say. I really don't. I've been saying all day, acting all cool. I'm not bothered, and you know, me and Kirsty have been really cool about it. And then I said, "Are you nervous?" She went, "Yeah." I said, "I'm nervous." You know, and it's got the better of us. And you know, I didn't think about winning, but now I'm here. I am completely overwhelmed on a different scale. I can't thank you guys enough for this.
And I have to say, Ryan, you carried yourself with such dignity. Honestly, you have had the most outstanding amount of support.
Really?
From your family, from your friends, from your co-workers, from her co-workers.
That's
supporting
amazing.
you, and the viewers, because everybody saw it. Everybody. How much of a relief was it for you when you heard those chants?
Yeah, you're
on
not
that
supposed
first
to.
eviction?
Big Brother doesn't want you to hear anything, and I understand that because, you know, they want to keep you isolated because they don't want you to have an opinion on something. But for me, I have to thank everyone because it was clarification that I needed.
Yeah.
Because as much as I was so unhappy that Ben was leaving us, you know, he was a big part of that family. I think, you know, for selfish reasons, I needed to hear the public say that name because otherwise I wouldn't have been able to relax in there. And so I thank the public for that.
Yeah. Let's listen, let's listen.
Don't cheer. Shit.
Listen to me. It's not, don't be silly. They all know. They all know.
She has, she's done a couple of interviews since then. One was here with me. Her line was, she got it massively wrong after watching it.
Well, I appreciate that.
Do you ever think you can forgive her? Because I would imagine that is something that would not be easy.
You know, for me, you know, I have the best network of family and friends. You know, I've got the best mates in the world. Some here today. My brothers in my life. That's what's important to me. You know, if this person has an issue and, you know, a misunderstanding, you know, who am I to sit there and judge? You know, forgiveness is a big thing, and this place is a horrible, horrible place if you get it wrong, and I don't personally want to be a part of that. So if, you know, if she wants sort of forgiveness and it makes her feel better, then, you know, I would rather give her that, because I think she's been, you know, punished enough by the public and people around her.
More credit to you, Ryan, honestly. Never, ever, ever has somebody deserved to win this show as much as you.
Emma, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And I'm sorry if any of your time in there was tainted by that incident, but you have been fantastic and you thoroughly deserve it.
Like, I honestly, like, I can't even have my husband go to touch my face. Anytime he brings his hand to my face, I flinch because of this jerk.